Hey everyone, as Harry and I recoup from this upper respiratory cootie, I want some good old-fashioned, hearty and delicious soup. So you guys, I'm gonna make soup today with 3 easy ingredients. So come on you guys, let's get this day started. Hey everyone, good morning, welcome all you new folks and welcome back everybody to Loving It on Keto. If I sound crusty, it's because I'm getting over a upper respiratory cootie bug that my dear darling husband is sharing with me. Sharing is caring, yes it is. We're both on a Z-Pack, which is a zithromycin, where you take 2 for the first day and then down to 5 days of tablets and then it stays in your system.
Yeah, I finished my last one today.
Yes,
you
Harry
started yours today.
And I started mine today. So anyway, I'm a little bit behind Harry. However, I don't have the heart issues that Harry has, and I don't have his damaged lungs from inhaling battery acid fumes in the service like he did when a tank battery exploded and he was too close to it and inhaled the fumes. So it scarred his lungs, and his quadruple bypass surgery that he had in 2013. In 2015, he had a silent heart attack. He went and got everything checked, and one of the arteries that they replaced in his heart, in the lower chamber of his heart, totally collapsed and sealed shut. However, he grew tertiary vessels around that part of his heart to keep that part of his heart alive, which is awesome that he was able to do that, and we attribute that to the ketogenic diet. However, he has to watch whenever he gets an upper respiratory infection, because even though he's had the pneumonia shots, vaccines, and all of those things, it goes straight into his lungs. So, another thing Harry and I have noticed, that since we both came down with the reason everybody was kept indoors for a month or 2, is we caught that, and ever since then I had long haul and have had issues. So it seems like since then we've been a little bit sicker, easier. We're also, I just turned 70 and Harry turned 69. So no, you're gonna be 69 this year. Right now on paper you're 68. Right. That's a bummer. He likes throwing that I'm the old lady in the group. I'm the cougar. Yeah. Yep. And you guys will notice I'm in a caftan because I don't want to go to the bother of getting dressed and all those good things. So I have this. I got this in Temu, you guys. It's really cute. And I love it. And I love the fact that, of course, it's peacock. So today, what we are doing is, yesterday we fasted, which was easy to do. And today is, what day is today?
Sunday.
Sunday. Eat all your food in a 4-hour eating window. Eat plenty of protein. Eat up to 3 tablespoons of fat, such as butter, ghee, coconut oil, MCT oil, extra virgin olive oil, tallow, bacon grease, or lard. Stop eating before 7 p.m. This is the protocol for April, and you can do this by eating keto, ketovore, carnivore, or low carb, whichever works best for you and your body. We never tell you what to eat food-wise. It's up to you to choose, because there are no ketogenic foods. There are foods that are low in carbs, which will make it ketogenic and make your body's ability to burn fat for fuel instead of using glucose or sugar, or the carbs that turn to sugar within 10 minutes in your body for fuel, instead leaving the fat on your body untouched. So basically, that's what we're doing today. Now, excuse me. I need to make bread today because we want some toast and some bread. So I'm gonna make bread, and I'm gonna do it pretty quickly. But I wanna share also the soup that I'm gonna make. So I'm gonna bring out all my bread stuff, but I'm gonna make it pretty quickly. I will pin my bread recipe down in the comments below. And then once the bread is out of the oven and setting up, because I want a piece of toast and butter with my soup. As kids, my mom always gave us like soft-boiled eggs or poached eggs and toast as we got well. And it's just a comfort food for me. There was soup that we grew up with, which was Campbell's soup. I'm sure a lot of you were Campbell's soup kids a long time ago, and they've changed the formula over from when we first had it. It just seems like there's not enough bulk in the soup anymore compared to just the watery substance by adding a can of water anymore these days. And I haven't had a can of Campbell's soup for years now, but that's what we're doing. And I'm making homemade soup, and I'm using beef bone broth to do so. So stay tuned for that, you guys. But I do need to make the bread first because I want it with my soup. Or should I do the soup first and then make the bread, Harry? What do you think?
I don't know.
Well, I can make the soup, cover it, and depending on how you and I feel, because Harry's still under the weather, and I'm afraid I'm going to lose my voice. That's the biggest thing about me talking. So what I'm going to do is let me get set up and do a simple soup for everyone. Now, Harry and our anniversary is next week. No, is on the 28th. So that would be a Monday. So we have a full week to recoup, and Harry's already feeling better, and I'm a few days behind him. We're leaving Thursday, so we want to be well. Today, last night I took a Tylenol PM because I had right under 100-degree temperature, 99.9. And I took one, and it made me nervous and awake for some reason. And at 5 a.m. I was still tossing and turning. And Harry let me sleep until after 1 today because it's already 2:47 in the afternoon, and I've only been up a little over an hour. I needed to sleep, and that's what Harry and I have been doing. We've been resting and sleeping, and that's the most important thing that you need is rest when you are healing your body. So that's what we're doing. I want to share something that I also got on Temu that I'm in love with, you guys. So hold, please. Look at my car, my truck.
That's for the truck, yeah.
It's for the truck. Isn't it cute? Look who's driving. Sally's driving.
Yeah.
Is Sally right here?
Yep.
Sally's driving. There she is. It gets over 130 degrees in your car when it's 115, 16 degrees. So we always put this on to save and adapt. But it was inexpensive, and I got it on Temu. Yes, I did. So I'm going to put this down a minute. Harry needs to put it out. It's in the 90s already. Yes, it is. Anyway, you guys, let me come back. Let me get my ingredients. Let me set my area up, and I'm gonna make my soup for everybody. So we're gonna do the soup first, and then depending on how I feel and how Harry feels, we'll make bread on air, or I may break it out and do it after we film. So you guys stay tuned for my soup. What's the soup today? I'll share in just a minute. Growing up, we used to have beef and barley soup or stew. It was absolutely delicious. My mom would either get a really cheap, inexpensive piece of beef and boil it down, simmer it, and then add the barley and let it simmer. She'd add chopped carrots, onions, celery. It was delicious. You can also buy the beef barley soup in the can and do that. And I thought yesterday, when we were doing the fasting, that I could use the skinny pasta. Now they do make the pearl beads, which are the barley simulation, but I had a whole case of skinny pasta, the rice style. And these are really good. I really like these ones. I don't know, Harry, can you come show this? I've got 2 of these containers, and see how small they are, you guys? They almost do have a barley quality, and these will absorb and get a little bit bigger the longer that you keep the soup, or if you put the soup in the refrigerator overnight, they will firm up and really take over the flavor of the beef and of the bone broth. Now I have got the bare bones grass-fed beef bone broth. And if you have the taller containers, we've drank all the Kettle and Fire beef broth already. So I've got the bone broth, which is better for you, but if you don't have it, you can't get bone broth, or it's too expensive for you, get a good organic grass-fed beef broth if you can. So do what works best for you. Now, use a pound of beef. You can use beef, pork, chicken, turkey, any of those things, but we have ground bison, which we absolutely love, and this one is the 90-10 lean. We get it at Costco. It's one of our favorites. We think it tastes the most like ground beef. We can't tell the difference, and we love it. So I'm going to use this, and remember, bison is naturally grass-fed, grass-finished, because you don't feed them grain. So that's a nicer way of getting a really good cut of meat that is healthy and nutritious as well. So I'm going to ground my beef. So let me get these scissors behind Harry. In this pan. And basically it's ground bison, beef bone broth, skinny rice or the pearled ones that you can get that are simulation, looks like barley, tastes like barley. To me, they do. It's very filling, very nutritious, healthy. You can add vegetables if you want to. It's not necessary. We think the soup broth just needs some seasoning, which would be, our choice would be organic seasoned salt by Redmond, and some PLUCK seasoning for the added organ meat protein blend. And I make enough so that we can have leftovers tomorrow as well. So how many of you, here, come back to me while I'm doing this. How many of you have noticed that since, if you caught the virus and had it, how many of you are more prone to colds and flu since you had that? Flu we have not had, thank God for that, and seriously, I thank God for that, because Harry in Washington State got influenza once a year, and he would be he's been hospital twice with it, 105-degree fever, and really sick from it. And thankfully that has not happened, but the upper respiratory stuff, and the doctor knows Harry's condition, and he is really kind to not make him come in when he's sick, especially since he just saw him recently. So getting us a prescription, he knows us for a long enough time. We've been seeing the same doctor since we moved here 11 years ago. We moved into this house April 22nd, 2013. So we were coming on our 11th anniversary for that. So basically, I'm gonna let this heat up and ground the ground meat, minced meat, depending on where in the world you live, is how you call it. And I'm gonna just salt it and just put some PLUCK seasoning in it. You don't have to put any of it in it. That's why I'm saying it's 3 ingredients. You can season it any way you want to. You can throw whatever vegetables you like. But one of the things that we really, really like to do is add some PLUCK seasoning, because this gives us grass-fed organ meats. And we need vitamins and minerals that the liver and the spleen and the kidneys all have. I need another one of these. They're in the back room. I'm going to put a little bit of hickory smoke flavored, hickory smoked Redmond salt, because I love it. Organic seasoned salt. You don't have to use these products, but whatever one you like to salt and season your meat, other than just the bone broth and the meat. Those are the 3 things. And the pasta, the skinny pasta, which is shirataki noodles, which is konjac root, which is another name for the Japanese yam. While this is browning, I'm going to take my containers and get these ready. How many of you guys have tried bare bones before? I really like it. What I am noticing, and what Harry and I have both noticed about bone broth, either powdered bone broth, right? Either the powdered bone broths or the containered bone broths, is they just don't have the flavors that you can get with homemade bone broth.
No,
plain and simple.
for sure.
Plain and simple. I just don't feel well enough and don't have all the products that it takes to make it. We're going to be traveling in Arvida, so having containers that are already made works for Harry and I. The only thing that we don't get as much of is the flavor, and by adding PLUCK seasoning and Redmond real salt seasoning, the organic season blend specifically, and a little bit of one of the hickory smoked is the one I really like right now for my stews. You can get a good flavor. You just have to add a few things to it. So basically that's what I do. And I'm sorry. I have to keep clearing my throat, and I apologize, you guys, for that. I really do. That's another reason why we don't film when our noses are runny and our throats are bad, because for one thing, it hurts to talk if you have a sore throat.
Oh yeah,
Number two,
this is a good day.
this is a good day. We're not hacking off of and coughing and all the good things. Okay, I'm gonna add my bone broth. I'm leaving all the juices from the meat. I'm not taking any of that delicious juice or any of the fats that may have been rendered from the beef. So that's one. So 32 ounces to 1 pound of meat is what I do to 2 bags of the skinny pasta rice. Now you can do less rice if you want, but the rice, the skinny noodles right here, these, for a whole package, it's it's 10 calories, and it is 4 carbs and 4 fiber. So basically it's 100% fiber, and it fills you up. And they just give you a really nice texture. And these particular ones are very nice. They're soft. The texture is soft, isn't it, Harry? Mm-hmm. It's like barley. It's got that chewiness to it. It's got the texture to it. So you can put in 1 or 2, but I chose 2. So I'm going to put this in right here. You can even add whole eggs to this and give it that little egg drop soup like thing. Give yourself even a little bit more protein if you want. But we like the rice texture because it gives it that barley, beef barley taste and texture. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna let this simmer and marry, and then we're gonna come back. Look at that. Look how nice that is. And this will thicken. If you put this in the refrigerator, you want really thick stew, this will be thick in the morning. The bone broth and the rice will be delicious. So anyway, you guys, come back in the next segment when we have soup. Okay, you guys, soup is ready. Yes, it is. I got something wet here. Oh, man. I'm just so tired. See, look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? And I'm telling you, you do not need to thicken this up at all. If you are patient and you want it thick, cook it the night before, put it in the refrigerator, and it will be super thick tomorrow. Trust me on this. Won't it, Harry?
Oh yeah. That's what you did the other night.
Yes, I did.
We were debating on whether to do a video today. Wendy really wanted to show you guys this soup, so we said, okay, let's just do it.
Yeah, because you're still not feeling really good. And
I thought we'd do that.
Yeah.
So that's why you're not going to get a whole lot of video today. She really wanted to show this.
Now, for those of you who are more higher fat, put a dollop of butter on this and let this melt because it's delicious. So let me get a spoon and let me put a little bit of butter on our, I'm putting these in my little cozy. And come on over here because I'm going to put a little bit of butter in both of this because it's amazing. If you don't eat butter, put some tallow or some bacon grease. Bacon grease on this would be amazing. Yes, it would. Just put a little bit of butter on that. A little bit of butter makes everything better. Yes, it does. This is what we are having for our first breakfast meal of the day. But look at that, you guys. Swimming in butter, because butter is better. I don't know if you can see that, Harry. Yeah. Can you? Mm-hmm. Anyway, you guys, we're gonna go eat. So let's go do a taste test, Harry.
Let me get this.
Now I know this doesn't look pretty, but I made this day before yesterday, and look how thick it became. Look how nice and thick that is. And see how the rice has gotten gelatinous, and this is like stew. But I wanted to cook this one for you, and then I'll just mix this in with this, and we'll have some for tonight. We'll be eating this up the rest of the day, and then Harry's gonna want ice cream, I just know it. So let's go eat now, you guys. And you guys, the butter has melted. It's time to do a taste test. Oh, look at that nice big old hunk of meat. And see, the rice is plumping. Can you see that, Harry, that it's plumping up? The taste, texture, and feel is like barley to me. So if you're missing barley, if you love barley, you know, I would make yourself some barley soup, especially anybody who's sick in the family, has a cold. It's comfort food.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, boy, it looks good though. I really like this stuff. This stuff is really good.
Did your mom ever make you Campbell's beef and barley soup?
Oh yeah, sure. As long as it came in a can, she was good.
Well, this is homemade.
I got the butter in that, but oh my gosh.
Delicious.
Yeah, it's really good. Hey, I don't think I feel good enough to do the bread.
You don't think so? So
we just did what we wanted to do. We wanted to show everybody this today. I think that's going to have to be it.
Super simple, super easy, hearty, highly nutritious, and delicious.
I like the broth. The broth is so good. It mixes with it all, you know, the beef and everything in here. Oh, that is so good. Putting that butter in there, it's real buttery. I can taste great, no problem tasting, which I find really unusual having a cold, because usually I can't taste nothing. And when I had the you know what, everything
virus.
smelled like
Bad.
Yeah, let me just put it this way: it smelled like you went into a honey bucket or something. Everywhere.
Nah, that's not good. So out of 1 out of 10 for soups, as far as homemade soup is concerned, what would you give it?
Oh, 8, 9, around there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. You know, Wendy really likes flavor, so she really puts a lot of flavor in her foods, which I really enjoy a lot.
Well, I think the Redmond Real Salt Organic Season has a wonderful taste, and I think Pluck Original Seasoning does too, and between the two, I think that's fabulous, and I'm not using 10 different seasonings.
Right. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever had onion soup before. That was one of my mom's favorite things to make.
French onion soup?
It was basically water, some salt, some pepper, and some big pieces of onion in it. That was our flavor.
Your mom.
So, having grew up like that, and I thought everybody kind of ate like that, really, except for I go to my friends and they'd have fabulous food. I'm going, wow, they really had good food that way. I thought, you know, since that way, and I got away from my mother's cooking and started experiencing the world and the service and everything, I found out about spices and everything. And Wendy really cooks well with spices, so
We used to have a fight when we first got married with pot roast because you told me you hated it.
Yeah, I didn't like pot roast, I said, and then one time we had it and I said, what is this?
At my mom's house.
Yeah, at your mom's like, oh, what is this? It's really good. And everybody looked at me like,
the kids.
What's wrong with you? Even my daughters. What's wrong with you? It's pot roast. What? Yeah.
It's not the pot roast your mom used to make.
No, not at all.
Oh. So you guys, you know what that means. Gotta eat now. 99.1. Better.
Yeah.
It's gone down a little bit.
Yeah, that's
but
good.
I'm sweaty.
We needed to eat.
I needed to eat. And Harry does not feel good, and he doesn't want to sit and film the bread. He says that everybody's seen the bread, so I apologize for that. What would have been really delicious with that soup is to be able to dip some toast in that for me, because that's what I like. But I'm going to do your temperature, Harry.
I don't think I got one now.
Okay, well, let's see. Do you have a hearing aid on? Take your hearing aid out. Which ear? Okay. Mm, 99.
Yep. I still have one on.
Still have it's just elevated, which is
it's
fine.
grade.
It's under 100. And as an adult, you just want to keep it under 100 or under 101 for sure. Yesterday he had aches and pains. Excuse me. Anyway, you guys, we're going to keep this beef and broccoli soup simmering on the stove for a little bit, and we're going to eat it throughout the day. And then tonight, Harry's going to have his ice cream about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and that's going to be it for us today. So we'll see you guys later, but I want to share here that on Monday, you're going to eat all your food in a 4-hour eating window, eat plenty of protein, and use your keto, ketovore, carnivore, or low-carb diet. The macros and the food that you like to eat. Eat the food you like. Count the carbs. That's the most important thing. Add a little fat, like I said. Add some ghee. That butter was amazing to float on top and just pull your spoon through that. A little bit of bacon grease would be fabulous with that. Yes, it would. It depends on you and what you like best. So as I always say, do what works best for you and your body, and Harry and I will do the same. Anyway, you guys, please remember to like, subscribe, ring that little bell, give us a thumbs up. We'll see you right here tomorrow. I think I hear Sally. Sally, where are you?
There she is.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, honey. Were you taking a puppy nap?
Yep.
Oh, you saying goodnight? Good girl. Do you want some chicken?
I love chicken. What else you got in there?
Just chicken. You ate the rest of the steak last night. The leftovers. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. You've been taking puppy naps with Mommy and Daddy every day, haven't you?
She's getting used to that. You know?
Yeah, I like it. Let's do it again.
You want to take a nap with Mommy and Daddy today?
Uh-huh.
Would you like one more piece?
Uh-huh. Yes, I would. Love chicken.
Did you say goodnight, everybody?
Good night, everybody. I gotta go lay down. I'm tired. Maybe I'll just do it right here.
Oh, sorry. I'm talking to Sally. Good night, everyone. Okay, one more. One more. It's always one more.